What is up, my legends? It's Zeon, and I want to actually talk to you guys a little bit about Exos Heroes. I'm only at 420 now. What the hell happened? Anyway, wait. That's like impossible. I think the offline is a little bit weird right now, just to let you guys know. But going in now, we're all aware of what's happening right now with the game's difficulty, and I'm gonna point something out to you that I think actually happened with the game. So they were noticing that we were steamrolling too much, and they're trying to slow us down from steamrolling, which is fine. That's what a company should be doing. Like, if there's a balance or something and the public itself is too strong, then you're supposed to slow that down. That's just general gaming, or you just won't have a game because everybody's gonna be bored. But here's the problem. It's very noticeable that nobody is actually beta testing this game. And it's a problem when game companies do that. And it ends up, every game company that doesn't beta test properly or have a team that properly beta tests, what ends up happening is that you put out products that you completely maybe have internally tested just to see if it works, but you didn't publicly test it to make sure that it works in the public. And that's what's happening in this game right now as far as the difficulty. They probably have a team of maybe 5 or 10 people who play the game and see if everything works properly and stuff like that, and then they just launch the patch. But those people don't properly test balance, or they suck up too much and not tell whoever's in charge that the balance is just ass right now. And the balance as far as difficulty is ass. It scales way too high, way too fast, and you don't have the resources to actually facilitate that type of climb. Now, I notice it start to happen with the path, which is literally what I'm on right now. And what happened, and you can tell this is what happened, is the game itself is expecting us to have awakened characters across the board. And the problem with that is that everybody doesn't have that. Maybe 5% to 10% of the public is going to have a team, at least of 5 to 10 people on their roster that are going to be awakened or awaken ready, which is when awaken ready means basically that you can just go in and you have enough resources to actually put all of your fated gear at 10, and you have 5 to 10 characters like that. Not everybody is like that. Not everybody was even thinking to be like that, because we had no warning to actually be thinking to be like that. Now, if you had overabundant resources and stuff like that, then fine. But the way that this game is set up, nobody is going to have overabundant resources beyond people who wailed and paid money. And that's just the reality of the situation, because the way that the game is set up, we have a whole roster of characters that we need to use through daily consumption. We need to actually have 5 to 10, mono element type of things, something like that, so we can actually finish dailies and get the highest power possible, so we can get stars, so we can actually get fated gear in different areas like that. And that is why the general public is not going to have that much grinding material to do stuff like that. Now, if they were going to start introducing this system, then you need to give us grinding material to be able to do that easier. They did make it a little bit easy, but not enough to facilitate the difficulty spike from the path and this new chapter that they put out. That's the problem right now, and that is why everybody is struggling, is because the way that the game is set up inherently, we don't have those resources because we're playing the game properly so we can do dailies and everything else like that, and that's not fair. That's not fair, and that also shows that nobody tested it. They can say whatever they want at the end of the day. That just shows blatantly nobody tested this. Nobody, and if they did test it, they were dumb. I can't say it any way other than that. I've been doing videos on YouTube for 10 years, and every single time that this happens in the game, it was just that a person either didn't do their job or they didn't test. And it's going to be one of the two. You don't get to be anything else but one of those two. Somebody didn't do their job or they didn't test. It's one of those two things. Now, let's talk about how to combat that, since the company isn't going to help us combat it. What we have to actually do now is start grinding a little bit more in offline and facilitating more in our stamina just a little bit more, so we can actually go in and start awakening these characters. Because once you start awakening characters and putting gear on them, the stuff is just easier. And don't rely on what the game says when it says that something's easy, because it says Path of Lenovi is easy, and it says Chapter 11.4 is easy, and then you go in there with these characters that you have for all this time that you have built up with good strength, faded core, everything else, and they one-shot them. So how the fuck is that easy? That's not easy. You have to actually pray. I almost beat Chapter 11.4 because RNG helped me out, because characters dodged and everything else, and I didn't at the end because they finally hit my characters and one-shot them. Now, I don't understand what more I could do at that point beyond Whale, because the characters all have level 60 gear. The characters are like around 450 to 500k CP. Like, the only thing you can do at that point is Whale. That's not game balance. That's not game balance. It's not the way the game was supposed to work, I guess, and that doesn't help. So what I'm suggesting for you guys, because they're not going to balance it, because I've been sending stuff and other YouTubers have actually been sending stuff where they have a survey that they keep asking us to do certain things, and I've been saying stuff like this for a while, and other people have been saying stuff like this for a while. The minute that Path came out, we started saying, hey, this isn't balanced. This is not balanced at all, and they just aren't worrying about the balance. They just keep doing this stuff. So we have to actually adjust how we play this game now, outside of how the game wants you to play the game now. And what I mean is that the game encourages you to have a bunch of characters and have them be useful in mono, and I'm telling you right now that you can't do that. Can't do that. That's not going to work for you unless you actually spend to actually do that. For us who are casual to free to play, what we have to actually now do is we need one character in every element that's awakened, and keep rotating. So my first character that I did like that obviously was Anastasia, because she's the strongest character. My next character is going to be in fire, which is going to be Zeon. The next character after that is going to be Baraka. The next character after that is probably going to be Iris. The next character after that is going to be Rara. And my next character after that is actually not going to be Shufakin. It's actually going to be, and I'm going to tell you why in a second, it's going to be Ramji. And the reason why it's going to be Ramji is because he's useful against boss characters, and all those characters, he actually can do something to them, and he has enough damage, and he's a dragon knight and has a shield. The dragon knights are now important again in PvE. PvP, that doesn't really matter because of Iris, but PvE, the dragon knights are now important because once they're at 90 and you have them with their skill breaks, not skill breaks, with their element breaks, they're now going to break even easier off of the Wrath, and on top of that, of being awakened. So now they're even more important again, all over again. And that's just my suggestion to you to combat this bullshit that we have going on in the difficulty, because it just makes things easier for you at the end of the day if you can actually counter the element breaks and have a character that'll will Wrath and stuff like this. Like, they just made the Dragon Knights useful all over again, basically doing all this. Now you can go with different characters and beef up certain characters, but if you want to make it easier on yourself and carry, so you can start doing it, peg one by one. And pretty much what I'm going to do after this, and I guess what you can call this, is the mono solo. And this was actually a thing in a different game, that we had to do this in a different game, but it appears that we have to do this in this game too. And this is well, and it doesn't matter because you have resources to just awaken people across the board, but everybody else, we're in a different boat than that. So what I'm suggesting is mono solo. Every element, pick the element character or pick your strongest character and awaken that character. and go down the board so you have an elemental counter in every element, and then come back at start again. Like I'm coming back to ice, and then when I come back to ice, my next ice character that I'm gonna do is Dagus because he's a tank. And after that, now I'm coming back again. My next character that I'm gonna do fire is pretty much going to be either Scarlet or Magic, because pretty much she's a Dragon Knight again, and she'll be useful, and according to, you know, the Wrath and everything else like that. But we already have Zeon, but you know, we're just making it easier on ourselves at the end of the day. Then we got Baraka, so I'll come up again, and then I'll probably bring in yeah. Then after that, after we got Iris, I'm gonna have to figure out who to do, because Light usually just sucks. So I have to figure out who to do for Light at the end of the day, because it's not gonna be her, because I try to make use out of her in different places, but it just isn't happening. So it's probably gonna be Metron. Probably gonna bring Metron up, and you know, so on and so forth. You can just go down the line, whatever's useful for you. This will just make it easier for you across the board, because I found that it's making it easier for me. Just, you know, is what it is. So again, like I said, I'm going up with him. Let's see where we're at right now. And again, this is the problem, because after polish this, now you see I don't have much polish stuff left to even go through and do this. Like the minute that I try to even polish this character right now, it's over. It's flat over. It just is. There's nothing else I could do when it comes to that. All right, so I'm gonna do this, and you see, it's gonna take 10. It's gonna take 10.
There are no battles that concern me.
Also, what you can do, this is gonna cost you currency. Now, is you can, for all the times that you mix and match, you can just start putting all the gear on one particular character and then awaken that character. It's gonna cost you currency to actually take the gear off, but you know what option do you have? If you don't have the actual Fated Core gear, you can actually do it that way. So it's Forge, get this up, which is basically what I did. It cost me a little bit of currency to do it. What this is, I just went in basically and took gear off other characters and put it on Zeon. Again, auto polish 10-10.
Where are my knights?
Now he's 60-60-60, and it's just the boots now that we have to actually get up, and I need to craft that. I'm gonna disassemble. I'm gonna need this later anyway, so we might as well just go ahead and do that. Again, I'm calling this mono solo.
There are no battles that concern me.
And the reason why I'm calling it mono solo is you're picking a character. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Why did it go all the way out? Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough. I'm not gonna have enough of this.
I can't lose, even if it's not my body. There are no battles that concern me.
This is just my suggestion. Again, you guys don't have to do this. By all means, you can rage out like people are raging out in Reddit and forums and Discord and everything else. But me personally, I'd rather give you an option.
I'll show you the infinite power.
In order for you to handle it. And it may just be that this is what they wanted us to do the entire time. Basically. This is the way that they wanted us to combat this. Alright, so what is this? This is an accessory. Is this? Again, this is physical. For some reason I can't get a chest piece that's useful. I can't seem to get a chest piece. I have to figure out if that contentment is actually worth doing at this point. We are going to summon. And it also is in your best interest, even though it's Oh, this isn't. This is like trash, basically. But it's in your best interest to go in here and try to get these grinders. It helps out a little bit. It's not a whole lot of anything to be writing home about. And again, I don't really care about as far as the characters, so I'm gonna do this. This is my obtain hero. Let's do this because two of these right now. Cool. Snag this out. Got enough use. All right. So down here, as you can see, what you could do is you could start to figure out where you need the gear at and start focusing on it. Because before, what we had to do is we had to just go and it would be universal. Now you can actually go ahead in here and start focusing, and it has individual areas now. So let's see here. Go back out. I'm gonna start looking now and seeing. We know Zeon, so we have Baraka already had faded for a long time, so I'm not worried about that. So we want to worry about what's going to be the next character that we are going to bring in, since we have ice, fire, mechanical. So it would be light, or I think because she's in the front, I might actually have it be Iris, but I think I also need Rara too. Let's see what Iris is at, how many she needs. Alright, so she needs accessory and helmet. So you pay attention to whatever's in here, and you notice that this is accessory, but this is accessory for physical. So we head over to door creation. And first thing is faded accessories. Do it however many you feel comfortable with. Let's just go ahead and try this. Alright, again, didn't get anything. So, I guess I'm just gonna do it 50s because I just wanna be sure that I don't go like all the way in and then I get it and then I just waste everything else. Well, it's not really wasted. Oh, are we gonna get magic though? No, that's physical because that's the one that we just seen. Oh, we got another one. This is gonna be magic. Did we really get dupes? They really dupe on us like that? I'm glad I didn't buy that one that was in the shop. That's part of the reason why I didn't, because I knew I was going to do this. Alright, so here we go again. Give me a magic one. Are you serious right now? Sometimes this game is bullshit when how fixed it is. Like, I'm gonna do that. Oh, what does Star of Fate even be? I don't care. Can I have a magic one, please? Now, what is this? Is this magic finally? It's physical again, bruh. Alright, so we struck out. We didn't, out of all of that, we literally got 4 physical things. So I'm good on physical, but I still need magic for her. So if that's the case, and you want to be that much of a dick game,
everything in God's plan.
This is why this is a bad idea. But
This easy?
so I literally have 4 now to throw on her, but I don't have any resources, so there's no point in me doing that because that's just gonna nerf her right now. Because I'm not gonna be able to put it up. So we just hold on to all of those at this point. But that pushes her to be easier in. Unbelievable game. This is unbelievable. Let me use all of these before I summon.
Everything in God's plan.
Disassemble. Because now this is definitely more important. You're out because I'm gonna need you. Alright, so we're summoning again. I hope you guys got some use out of this. This is again, this is not anything new. This is actually a strategy from a different game that did the exact same bullshit. Sadly, use this currency and see what happens.
A new companion has arrived.
I meant to cut her off and not let her say that.
On the snowy mountains.
Okay, Mr. Alexei. We got a lot of 4 stars. See? Alright, so 8 of 28, got nothing. I'm gonna keep pushing it, obviously. There's no reason not to summon now because the new characters are in the banner too. So just, you know, go for it as much as you can. Yeah. That's all I got for you guys this video. Good luck. I hope you take this strategy to heart. Ooh, that's what that meant. Hope you take this strategy to heart and just try it. Magical accessory. Wow. Wow.
May I help you find the record? Here's what we have had.
No, you can't help me do anything. You can help me have the game not be an asshole and give me 5 straight freaking physical accessories, but whatever. Be legendary, guys. Peace.